Who that family? Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and who that too. Big ups, Pal Nation. We're in the building. Much love to the family. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. We're in the building. Much love to the family. I'm Big Q. Chiming in after a very interesting, entertaining, close win. The Pelicans get the win in this episode. A close one, 120 to 116 in this piece. So big ups to the family members for joining us. The Pelicans are now 4-2, family. And let's put a little space between the wins and the losses as we move forward. 3 more home games to go. And listen, man, I love it was a close one. Shouldn't have been as close as what it was. But listen, this is a young team. We learning to win, and like me and DC was saying in the pregame show, is the fact that if this was Elvin Gentry's team, they would have lost this one. So Stan the Man Van Gundy doing this thing. So we're going to recap the game, statistics, and everything else as well. So I'm Big Q. I'm going to bring in my co-host, DC. DC, welcome to the show, my friend.
Yo, what up, Big Q?
One more time, my friend.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you now.
All right. There we go. What's up, Q? What's up, family? Glad to be here after this W, man. They turned me into the heart attack Pelicans, bro. They gave me a little scare tonight, like the Saints be doing.
I know. It's we had a little nervousness going on right there, but they was able to seal the deal, and I'm very happy for that fact. So we got some Stan Van Gundy. We're gonna play family. We're gonna start off with Stan, get his thoughts on the game. Then we're gonna go into the stats and the facts of the matter, break it down, and move into the show. So without further ado, we'll get going. And we'll get Stan the Man Van Gundy going to hear what he had to say after the Pelicans win. It was a close one, man. But we got it. Here's Stan the Man. Let's see what he has to say.
So we could have been better, but you're right. Down the stretch, we played good defense. We made shots tough, and we did a good job down the stretch. So when we needed it, we got it. Actually, when we got back and got set, we weren't awful defensively. We weren't great, but we weren't awful. But in transition, I just didn't think we did a very good job tonight. But it's good to be able to come in and talk about that tomorrow and watch film and coming after a win.
Well, Coach, you closed the game out on a 9-3 run after Toronto had taken the lead after a 24-10 run. So your team showed some resiliency and not put their heads down when Toronto took the lead and were able to finish.
Todd, you could have given my post-game talk. That's exactly what I said. And I've said it 2 or 3 times this year about our team. The thing I like the best, there's still a lot to work on, obviously. The thing I like the best is our resilience. I mean, we've hung in there. Obviously, the Phoenix game got away from us. But, the first Toronto game, we were down, had to come back. Great second half. Miami, we got way down, came back, made it a game. And then, they were able to close it out on us. San Antonio did pretty much the same thing. We got ahead, they came back and took the lead, and then we finished it out. So, we're already early in the year having a pattern of, of resilience, and I think that's obviously a good thing for a team to have.
Coach B.I. came out to start this game aggressive. How much did that open things up for you guys and really set the tone for the entire game?
Yeah, listen, I thought that the first half he was really aggressive and got going, and then early in the second half, Zion really got going. Those guys did what your two best players are supposed to do, and then to have your two starting guards play, over 66 minutes without a turnover against that team and that aggressive defense is phenomenal. And then obviously Bled hit a huge three down the stretch.
Hey Stan, Christian Clark with Null.com. 19 points and 10 assists for Eric Bledsoe. Just what do you think allowed him to look so comfortable and play well in this game?
Well, I would say the first thing is he's a really good player. So it's pretty much that simple. Like, he's finding it, sometimes early in the year, the first couple games, especially with a new team, I think he was a little tentative, trying to figure it out, didn't want to bump into anybody, and now he's really getting going and being aggressive. I thought he's played really, really well the last couple games.
What's up, Coach? This is Will from The Athletic. You mentioned the defensive effort tonight. Gave up 28 points in the paint in the first half, and it kind of got under control in the second half. What does it take for you guys to, do a better job keeping them away from the rim?
Yeah, I still don't think we did a really good job in the second half, but it was more reasonable, I guess. It just wasn't our best defensive performance. It just wasn't. And so we want to go back to work on that. But we found a way to win, and the way we won tonight is something we've got to do, right? We dominated on the boards, and we got to the free throw line 47 times because we attack and attack and attack and attack, We sent them to the line too many times. We've been very, very good keeping people off the free throw line, but we were getting broken down on the dribble so much tonight that we sent them to the line 27 times, and that's still a margin of 20 attempts because we got guys like Brandon and Zion who really attack, and then Steven got there 8 times. And I'll tell you what, we got really, really good effort, energy, and really productive minutes out of Jackson Hayes tonight. I thought he was outstanding tonight. Rebounded the ball, 8 rebounds, 4 on each end, made all 4 of his free throws. I thought he was very, very productive tonight.
No, that goes one more thing. You mentioned the 47 free throw attempts. That's a franchise record in the regulation game. Just what did you think about the pressure you guys put on the rim inside at night?
Well, that's what we do. That's what we should do, right? If you look, Steven Adams puts pressure on the rim on his rolls to the basket and his offensive rebounding. We know Zion puts incredible pressure on the rim, driving the ball and everything else. B.I. puts pressure on the rim, driving the ball, and he's a tough guy to score. Eric Bledsoe puts pressure on the rim. So we've got a lot of guys who can attack the basket, and we can put that kind of pressure on teams, and it's important to us. The rebounding and the getting to the line are important to us. Not fouling other people, taking care of the ball, and protecting the paint are also, those are probably our biggest things. We didn't do those 3 things as well tonight. But we were able to hang on and beat a very good team who's had a lot of success and a lot of success together, have great experience and the whole thing. So it's a really good win.
Very big win indeed by the Pelicans taking down Toronto. That's the season series right there early on. Pelicans take care of business against this team. And, man, like Stan the man said itself, man, this was a good win for a young team. Of course, they kind of struggled down the stretch, but ultimately stuck together enough to come out with a very close win. Pelicans improved to 4-2, sitting on top of the Southwest and number 2 in the Western Conference. DC, chime in here. Give your thoughts on what you thought about what Stan the man had to say about several interesting topics, including Jackson Hayes, who we mentioned. He dropped his line in the matchup as well. And, of course, the point guard play as well of the Pelicans. Speaking in terms of Eric Bledsoe, who was really instrumental in this game, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll start with Jackson Hayes, man. Jackson Hayes has finally had a game, y'all, where his plus or minus is at least not a negative. So uh, that's good to start out. Jackson Hayes has got 8 rebounds. I don't think I ever seen him do that in 17 minutes. So I understand why Stan Van Gundy is praising him so much. If you can give him 17 minutes and he can pull down 4 offensive rebounds and 4 defensive rebounds and give you a steal and play some of the defense that he did, wasn't amazing. But he was serviceable today, and that's saying a lot because a lot of games he was atrocious. I mean, it was just getting hard to play him. Yeah, man. But the big thing I noticed was the points in the paint. They got 46 and we got 36. Normally, be like, oh man, that's horrible. Like they outplayed us points in the paint. But Toronto is the number one team in the league at shooting 3 pointers. So we hit 14 3 pointers and they hit 14, but we did it with 10 less attempts.
That's correct.
So that tell you the big part right there. Another stat that stood out to me was the rebounds, man. Like I told
Big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here. For this one here, as we keep it going, DC was just breaking down the end of the team statistics and how we played. Now let's move it forward, family. We're gonna move it forward to the team statistics that we had. All right, let's keep it going here. The team statistics. Let's go individual right here. Brandon Ingram finished the night. He had 31 points off of 35
you,
minutes, 8 of 17. Okay, thank y'all,
Boston.
fam. Thank y'all, family. Appreciate
Yeah.
y'all. All right, good. 31 points for BI in 35 minutes, 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. The man, DC, was 11 for 14 from the free throw line in the matchup. 31 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in the matchup for BI. He just did what he had to do. Zion Williamson, 21 points in the matchup, all 33 minutes of play. 7 of 12 from the field, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, 21 points and 7 boards for Zion. You look at what happened with Bledsoe. He finished the game with 19 points in 31 minutes, 5 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, double-double for Bledsoe, 19 points, 10 assists in the matchup, and even giving you 5 rebounds in this piece. So, I mean, Bledsoe was an outstanding piece. And, of course, you look at guys, back-to-back matchups, DC, from Steven Adams, 13 points, 10 rebounds. We talked often about when that double-double's coming. Well, we got a couple of them back-to-back, 13 points, 10 rebounds from Steven Adams in 31 minutes of action. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 5 of 8 from the free throw line in the matchup. And then,
You like how it felt last game, bro.
yeah. Yeah, that double-double, we knew it was a matter of time before Steven gets to doing that. And then Zobal, 35 minutes. He finished with 13 points in the game. For Zoe, he was 5 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from downtown. He finished with 13 and 4 assists and 4
and that's the
rebounds in the
protect the
matchup.
paint mentality, though. But this is what you give up in protecting the paint. So
Here. All right, there we go. That usually pops on sometimes. But off the bench, we had 9 points from Josh Hart, 26 minutes, 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown. He finished with 9. And if you heard Stan the Man gave credit to Jackson Hayes, who played 17 minutes tonight, had 6 points, 8 rebounds in the matchup for Jackson Hayes off the bench, 5 from J.J. Redick, who continues to slug, not shooting well, 21 minutes. But Pelicans, DC, winning as J.J. Redick is in that slump. So that is a positive sign as well. He finished the night with just 5 points and 3 assists, a couple of rebounds, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown for the slumping J.J. Redick. And, of course, NAW, DC got a few minutes. He got 7 minutes, 1 of 5 shooting, 3 points, and then he was quickly pulled. So, I mean, that's a part of it. And, of course, the line for the Toronto Raptors, we'll mention their
Yeah,
top
you
person.
see, he made sure he got the 5 shots. That's why he got quickly
And
pulled.
got quickly pulled. And 27 points from Van Vliet, who was their top dude in 40 minutes, 9 of 23. He finished with 27 points, 24 off the bench from Boucher, and, of course, 17 from Anunoby in spicy piece, not so good. 10 points in 25 minutes for him. And Lowry, 16 points in the matchup for Toronto. It was a close one. Pelicans were able to put up more points than 32 points, DC, in 2 quarters for the Pelicans. The first and the third quarter, they put up 32. Then ultimately 33 in the end. That 32-22 third quarter kind of helped them. They kind of stayed a little close in this and then executed toward the back end of the game to move this thing out of here as they salvaged the win. What do you think about the production of the bench? Now, we look at, you heard what Stan said about Jackson. And, of course, the contribution from Josh, as Reddit wasn't there completely still in that slump as well. But listen, 4-2 Pelicans bench coming along, still very much a work in process.
Yeah, but the number one rule when you're coming off the bench, which we didn't get as many points as I like off the bench, but we didn't have a lot of turnovers. The whole all those guys that we mentioned that played, we had 3 turnovers out of all of them. So I think that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? JJ, he know his shot not falling, and what I've been watching him do, he's been real smart out there when he's out there, man. He's fouling people when he got to foul them because we know he ain't the best defender. And he's just doing the best to not hurt his team. He's kind of taking his shots where he should, along with still being able to pull the defense because even though he's in a slump, those guys still respecting JJ. So he's making the right plays. He's not taking his crazy, leaning to the side threes because he ain't got it going right now. So he's kind of slowly trying to work himself in there. And I think it'll only be a matter of time, man, before JJ gets it going. He still looks to be the same guy to me. So I like to really see him be able to turn into that guy we used to seeing, and that's going to ignite the whole bench. NAW, man, he got in there, got them 7 minutes, and they took him right out because NAW came in. Man, his first 45 seconds, and he took a three, but he made it. So, he made that three. And then I guess Stan wasn't tripping on that one, but he went on down the line with a series of bad shots after that, even the air ball. I think he had a couple of air balls, too, in there, so he didn't really have it going. I'd like to see him get some more minutes at some point, though. But, yeah, man, I didn't talk about everybody else in the starting lineup other than Steven Adams. He got that double-double again. It was beginning to look elusive, like it was a unicorn to him. But maybe he can make this a thing now, man, because I think he can easily get 13 and 10, like 15 and 10. He get up there, man. Steven Adams is very fluid. It's a lot of times he can score, and he'd rather just pass it off to a teammate, So it's just good seeing all our starters in double digits. I think they should recognize this as a formula success combined with the lockdown defense that we kind of played against San Antonio and Toronto, maybe the first go round, be a little better on the defense than we were today because we really could have blew this game out the water and we kind of let them off the hook a little bit towards the end. I remember that a 3-point play where Brandon Ingram fouled Anunoby and that kind of got that run started, man. But before that, it was looking like the Pelicans was about to go ahead on and cruise to victory. I was getting excited. Got me a sip of water, and I'm sitting up waiting to see if we get Kyra Lewis in there and NAW back in. But,
Not so much.
they kind of let him get back into the game. But
Right.
Lonzo Ball was doing this thing on defense, too. He definitely, them 2 blocks was big, man. Him and Eric Bledsoe put the clamps down at the end of the game and kind of helped us get to victory. Those 2 guys were causing all type of havoc. Eric Bledsoe with like a minute and some change left, man, got a steal and could have really closed the game out. He missed it, though. But they hustled on that same end of the floor and wound up with the offensive rebound off that miss only to get a turnover. But they wound up doing the similar thing again on the next possession, man. They refused to lose. So the stats are nice, but I just love to see how they closed out the game, man, and made the smart plays, made the veteran-type plays. And we're just watching this young team grow up, man, and it's really refreshing. The Pelicans really can be a very good team, man, if they play like this in the end of games and know how to close and finish opponents. Still a lot to learn, though, because we could have blown Toronto out to finish this game.
Sure did. You
we
had an
let them back
opportunity.
in there, but we won.
You had an opportunity, and you're absolutely right, man, because at one time Pelicans had them by as much as 12, and we let them creep back up in that thing. And I'll tell you one thing, DC, man, what I like about it, man, is the fact that the point guards, our point guards, starting guys, Bledsoe and Ball, no turnovers from those guys. You talk about 31 minutes from Bledsoe, 35, no turnovers, and 31 minutes from Eric Bledsoe, 35 from Lonzo Ball, 0 turnovers, man. That is really just excellent, bro. I just love that as we And Stan Vance is going to keep yelling at them, and sooner or later they're going to get it, bro. But that to me, man, was a very outstanding stat in its own right in this matchup. Your thoughts on that before we eventually move on to the preview of the Pacers and the Pelicans upcoming thing.
Yeah, man, that's our formula, and that's Stan Van's. That's his big critique, man.
That's what he always
Turnovers, man.
yelling.
But I mean, listen, they only had 13 tonight. From the Alvin Gentry era, where we had 13 turnovers, Alvin Gentry was popping champagne back in the locker room. But somehow, I feel like Stan Van Gundy is not happy with 13 turnovers. I
No,
think he wants it to be
single
single
digits,
digits.
single
But
digits.
for what we used to, fam, this is
This is a plus.
right.
For
This is good for what we used to. So
DC, we are
you
4-2, my friend.
we building something here, man.
The Pelicans are 4-2, DC.
Yeah. 4-2, brother.
2-0 at home, 4-2,
Yeah,
bro.
man. When the
Top of
last
the.
time we could say that?
It's been a while, bro. That's why I'm kind of basking in it. The fact that the Pelicans are 4-2 into the new year, man. I'm absolutely loving what I'm seeing from the Pelicans.
4-2. Number 2
In the West,
Western Conference,
that's
too.
correct.
Number 3 in the whole league, man. That's the rankings
How
for us right
about
now.
that? How about that? That's something to build on. And like we said, when you knew the energy coming into it, offensively speaking, DC, we knew that this team can score. They are just gifted when it comes to that side of the floor. But the other side, the defense, the hitting the free throws at a higher clip and keeping the turnovers down, that's fundamental basketball that you have. That's the base, the floor to build a great team on. And the Pelicans are moving towards some really good things. And rest assured, they beat a good Toronto team. Even though Toronto right now kind of suffering a bit, they're 1-4 and 0-3. They kind of going through some stuff. But listen, this is a tough team. They're going to eventually figure it out and put wins together and get on the right side of things. I don't know how far they're going to get, but this is a well coached team. And they put up a decent effort against the Pelicans in this and had an opportunity to try to steal it away on the back end. The Pelicans say, we know what you're trying to do, and they shut it down for their 4th win. So I mean, I'm just really ecstatic about that. I love that. And before we get into this, the upcoming matchup against the Pacers, DC, you feel like taking some calls?
Yeah, we take some calls tonight, Big Q, but I think we got a little bit of a delay. I don't know if it's my end or your end. But
I think it's slightly
wouldn't mind taking some calls. Just keep in mind.
Okay, my friend, appreciate that. We'll do a few of them. So keep that in mind. We're having a slight delay there. So I'd like to give a big shout out before we go into that next breakdown. Shout out to all the family members and all the Pelican family members in the chat. Big ups to the family members. GM Kev, Trent Griffin. Big ups to your Pelicans. Nola as well is in the building. Melanin God 504. Big ups to you. Who else we got there? In the chat there, let's see, Lonnie, big ups to Lonnie. Good to see Lonnie in the chat as well. Jasper, big ups to Jasper. Todd, I see you, Todd. Go off, I see you. Go off. Ask questions. Are you taking calls? Yes, sir. We're gonna take a few of them as you just heard. Who else we got? Glennis, what's up, Glennis? Big ups to you, fam. Good to see you in the Pale chat as well. W, what's up, fam? Much love to you as well. Good to see you there. Who else we got? Donald, what's up, Donald? I see you, fam. Big ups to you as well. All right, who we got there? Big Jedediah, is that it right there? Is that Big Jedediah 86? Who else we got? Who else we got there? I don't miss out anybody. All right, KK504 and 404 Cole. What's up, fam? Welcome on this side of things. Big ups to you. I just want to give a shout out to all the Pale families, man, before we continue to go on. Much love to all y'all. Trey Joseph, I see you, fam. So much love to all y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Please strike upon the like button as well. So we're going to keep this thing moving. And big ups to Farron, who subscribed, and Shannon Smith as well. So much love to our new Pelican family members. We continue to grow each and every day. So let's get into the next matchup, family. We're going to talk about the Pacers going up against the Pelicans. This is the next matchup that's coming up on the 4th. It'll be 7 Central on the 4th of January. Pelicans taking on a very tough Pacer club, DC, firing out of the gate. And, some of these teams, we know that when they fire out of the gate, some of these teams cool off later on, but they're 4-2, the same as the Pelicans. 1-0 on the road. Their top player is Sabonis. And that's right. If y'all remember Arvydas Sabonis, His father was a Hall of Fame center for the Portland Trailblazers. Well, this guy Sabonis is putting in big work right now for the Pacers. That they're off to a pretty good start, 4-2. He's averaging 22.4 points per game while shooting 57% from the field. DC, and he's averaging 11 rebounds a game. And this guy's also their leading assister. This guy is leading in all three of the big major statistical categories. Sabonis is their top scorer, their top rebounder, and their top assist guy at 7.2 assists per contest. And of course, BI is our top guy, scoring 22.6 a game, 46.5 on the field goal shooting percentage, 81% DC from the free throw line, pretty damn good for 158, would you say? And of course, he has 5.6 average on the assists to lead the team. Steven Adams is the rebounder with just under 9 a game. So coming into this one game, I think TJ Warren I don't know if he'll be available. He's a big part of what they do, according to the injury report that I'm seeing, that they're saying he's out. I don't know. He might be back for that game. The Pacers coming into that thing averaging 117 a night and giving up 107, shooting 51.1 from the field, averaging 43 rebounds a game, 28 assists a game, 5.2 blocks, 11 steals a contest. And like I said, they're currently 4-2 coming into this thing. So we're going to another one. This is going to be game 2 of the 4-game homestand. And like I said, this is going to be a pretty good game as well. And a lot of people predicting that it'll be a close game. I still like my Pelicans against the Pacers in this matchup. DC, what you think about the Pacers-Pelicans matchup in this one, my friend?
Yeah, man, I'm a little surprised with Sabonis. I didn't know he was doing that well. I expected him to play good, especially after
Yeah, they was
last
trying to
year. But
trade
he
him.
can
Could you
definitely step
imagine
it
that,
up
bro?
another notch.
All the rumors are
He
trying
looked
to get
like
him out of there.
no, they were never. They wasn't never trying to trade him. They were trying to trade Miles Turner. That was always the
I
thing
thought there was a
because
trade
they were saying he
scenario I
didn't go
seen with.
well with Sabonis.
I thought it was a trade. Didn't he
Nah,
punch
that
him or
was some
something?
idiots. Huh?
Didn't he punch him upside the head or something?
No, I don't remember any of that. I mean, I don't
Okay.
follow him that closely. I don't remember that. But I
Okay.
remember a lot of trade talk with Miles Turner because
Mm-hmm.
he might not play well with Sabonis. So
Right.
that was the whole thing, trying to split them two up. But hey, Miles Turner is number one leader in blocks, and he getting all them assists. He trying to compete with Joker, who ironically is the number one leader in the league in assists right now.
How about
That's
that?
crazy. A
Mm-hmm.
damn center. Yeah, 13 assists a game, and he not too far behind him. He's somewhere on that list with 7. So I don't think Sabonis might be in the top 15. But they're missing T.J. Warren, Big Q, and I think that happened like the day before New Year's or sometime around there.
Yeah, big part.
So that might be that's when they were scoring 116 points per game and all that. I mean, I'm sure they had T.J. Warren in there, bro.
Bro, he woke up in that
So
bubble.
that's yeah, he was probably one of the best players in the bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and they missing him. Oladipo looks pretty good. Brogdon is nice, but I don't know if they can fill that hole with Drew Holiday's brother at small forward. I don't know how that's gonna look. And Sabonis is definitely gonna be hampered because I bet my bottom dollar it's gonna take a lot out of him and Turner to deal with Zion down in that block, bro. Because we are going to put Zion on him, at him, bro. Because potentially he gonna get one of them guys in foul trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened every game. We got 5 games right now. Zion gets somebody in foul trouble every damn game. So that's going to be a little interesting matchup inside the matchup to look out for. And I think that would be a big part of determining us winning this game. Because if we could get some bonus, or even maybe if we don't get some bonus, let's say we get Miles Turner in foul trouble early. That opens a lot up for us down in the paint, bro. Then we still got our 7-foot nightmare, Steven Adams, to bang down there with him too, bro. But I don't see them. I don't see this team beating us. The way we playing right now, we're still not fully firing on all cylinders, and we kind of getting these wins and just being good at maybe a few fundamental things like not turning the ball over and basically killing the paint and cutting our free throw rate down. We don't allow a lot of teams to shoot a lot of free throws, even though tonight, they did. Toronto did their thing compared to what we're used to. But I believe we number one in the league in free throw attempts allowed. So I don't see this Pacer club coming in here beating us, especially after they lost the goddamn the Knicks. You know, the Knicks beat them what tonight, I think. So
Yeah, they did.
I don't see it, BQ. I think we take this win, bro, and pretty convincingly, honestly. I don't know who they played, but the Pacers are a good team to me. But man, just when they're dealing with the monsters we deal with out West, bro, I don't think they're competition for us, especially without T.J. Warren. T.J. Warren was there, probably be saying something a little different.
Yeah, he is definitely a difference maker in what they're lining up. Very, very tall front court that these guys have in Sabonis and Turner. And then you put TJ Warren there with his ability to knock down a long ball and how he played renewed with them. He added a definite dimension that they were lacking for a while. And of course, Oladipo is stepping up and he's playing a lot better ball, depending on what lineup. But yeah, you did say Justin Holiday could potentially fill in there. Although we've seen lineups before when they had Brogdon at 1-2 and Holiday and Brogdon were 1 and 2, and then of course you had they had a lineups where they played Victor Oladipo at 3, and of course Sabonis and Turner at 4-5. So we'll see if Justin Holiday, that means, can
Possibility.
pop in there. They depending on what they looking to do there, we'll see, because I've seen them use even Sampson, Jakar Sampson, who's a guy with limited offensive game, but he's a hustle type of player, defensive guy, a bit of a goon. But they also missing Warren and Jeremy Lamb, who's a guy that can knock down the three for you too. So, I mean, we'll see how it shakes. But I agree with your summation on it, is that I like what the Pelicans bring. Let me give a few tidbits upon the history of the series between the two. In the last 14 of the last 20 matchups with Indiana, the Pelicans have lost 14 out of 20, including 10 straight from 2011 to 2016. In 2 games against Indiana last season, Reddick averaged 19 points a contest. Lonzo averaged 14 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Josh Hart averaged 10 points and 5.5 rebounds. In 1 game against the Pacers last season, B.I. averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. And then in 3 games against Indiana last season as a member of the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe put up about 13.7 points per game, just under 5 rebounds, 5.3 assists. In 2 games against the Pacers as a member of OKC, Steven Adams averages 15 points, DC, 7.5 rebounds against them. And in 2 games against New Orleans last season, TJ Warren, who's not going to be there, he averaged 21 points. He was really killing on them. And then I talked to you guys about Jeremy Lamb, who was putting up 16.5 as well. So those two guys are not going to be there, but Sabonis will average. If he averaged 15.5 last year with 12 rebounds, Aaron Holiday, Drew's little brother, 13.5. Miles Turner just under 10 with 7 rebounds in a matchup, and Brogdon put up 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Now Stan Van Gundy against the Pacers all time is 21-22, and of course Nate Bjorken, who's their coach, is he doesn't have anything because it's his first time being a head coach in the league. So, with all that being said, DC, how you like the odds? Of course, they have never fought or took on a Stan Van Gundy led Pelican team, and I just got to be honest with you, man. I love their chances of taking this out. 5-2 is what I'm looking at, family. 5-2. How about that?
Yeah, man, I definitely see it, bro. I mean, it's a good. They're a good team, but coming off how the Pelicans played tonight, and they kind of eked this one out, and they definitely could have lost this game. I think they're gonna play better next game, man. I mean, they didn't really play great tonight to me. I mean, they played good, but there's a lot of things that could have been done better. And I think the Toronto team we played tonight, in my opinion, I know it's early in the season, but I think they're a tougher minded team than the Pacers. The Pacers are used to kind of being average, middling around the pack, 6 or 7 playoff seed. Um, I don't know who their coach is. I'm really not sure their identity. They're not really blowing me away other than the playoff Sabonis. Um, and I think what we do, every team I've seen us play, we take people down a notch. So whatever level they playing at, when they play the Pelicans so far, because our identity is obviously defense, we bring that team down a level from where they was at. And this squad, I'm thinking if we take them down a level from where they already are, it should be a pretty easy win for the Pelicans. But says the Pelicans, man, so you can't just mark down everything in the book and say everything gonna go smooth. It's always something that goes on. But I say we win this game by 6, 7 points. How about that?
Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. On the what was it? On the 4th coming up,
Monday.
so we'll be able to get that win, man, to keep it going. That'll and build some wins is what I like. We get on like a little streak here and get some wins, get past that, get some separation between that win and that and those losses, man. Build that up, and then watch the confidence of the team just start to grow. And we just for the entire summation of the season, we stay ahead of our losses by at least 4 or 5 games. I'm loving that. And as you build and win, the confidence of the team continues to grow. The buying in of Stan Van Gundy's system continues to happen as well. So a lot of positive things are going to result as the Pelicans are making their moves. And listen, like I said, offensively speaking, this team is gifted. Defensively speaking, this is what Stan's trying to get them there. And of course, like we said, cutting the turnovers down and also hitting a high clip on the free throws, because you're gonna go to the line and be either right now, like DC mentioned the statistic, we're gonna be a top 5 team going to the line this season, no doubt about it. The way the mentality of the team is to attack the cup. So we're going to be up there, and we got to hit a high clip of those, man. And we're going to win a lot of contests this year, man, doing that, playing good defense. And we'll fit in the defense. Like I said, the key part to it, too, also, DC, is figuring out the bench. But we're winning. You know, we're carrying and we're moving and we're grooving, and all that's going to iron itself out eventually. I still see the Pelicans making a move down the line. To probably add somebody to be a better piece than what we have. That's a better fit. We'll discover somebody that we don't know, maybe a couple of people to help out in the capacity as well. So it's still a work in progress, but you're on the plus side of things. 4-2 other pals. Your pals are 4-2, and we're looking at 5-2 against the Indiana Pacers. They're going to have a flat tire in the blend. I promise you that much. They're going to have a flat tire on that goddamn Pacer. All right, so do you see that Pacer, hey, bro, nobody won't be no, you know what I'm saying? Come on, we're gonna get that Pacer.
That damn time,
We're gonna have 4 flat tires on that old ass Pace out there. But let's go to the chat. We're gonna bring in a few family members to drop in this thing. We got DJ chiming in first. DJ, how you doing, fam? Welcome to the show.
Yo, what's good? What's good, fam? How y'all doing?
What's good with your friend? Welcome to the show, bro.
Even though I didn't even see the game, I'm gonna be the first one on the show. So we just gonna put that out there.
That's what's up. Appreciate you, DJ.
I guess I didn't really see the game, but I'm gonna take it back last year when we had Alvin Gentry. When Big Q said the New Orleans Pelicans have to win 2 or more quarters. And we actually won 3 out of the 4 quarters on this game. I'm going to take it back from the last game. We won all 4 quarters. So they doing pretty much what we expected it. We have to win 2 or more quarters to actually win a game. My next subject is what's going on with JJ Redick, bro? Like he held us the second game with all them daggone threes, and he can't even hit the 3 now. So like, what's going on with JJ Redick?
JJ is in the midst of a slump right now, my friend, which most great shooters do go through occasionally. And right now, that's what's going on with JJ. He's slumping right now. But the positive thing that I like about it, meaning that the Pelicans are still able to turn over wins despite the fact that, he's slumping. So, I mean, right now, he eventually will work his way through it. But, like I said, I still like the fact that they're still able to find ways to win without JJ's production from an offensive standpoint. Now he's still out there giving effort everywhere else, but I think he'll eventually break out of that slump. DC, feel free to comment, my friend.
No doubt. I mean, that's what it is. And as long as JJ's been in the Pelicans uniform, I don't remember him being in a slump like this, but I'm sure he's probably been in slumps several other times in his career. Man, been in the league 15 years. If anybody can miss a few shots
It's
for
him.
a period, I think it would be him.
Right.
It's usually a 45, 46% three-point shooter. So I wouldn't bet against him.
No.
Obviously, teams are still defending him, so they obviously feel like he's still a threat. And as long as he's able to pull the defense and kind of make people still guard him, he can still be effective, and we can still use him as long as he still can be a magnet for the defense, which he is. When he gets the ball, they don't let him take open 3-point shots, so they're trying to keep him in that slump. But I think after some time and he keeps seeing some shots, maybe he should try to attack the paint first, get a few shots, hopefully get fouled and see the ball go in, and he gonna find a way to break out of the slump. Hopefully it'll be this next game against the Pacers. I mean, he normally puts up 19 points against them, so that's a pretty good spread for JJ. Coming off the bench, he's been a bench player for I don't know how long now, so 19 points coming off the damn bench is pretty good.
Not
If we
bad.
could get him to continuously be that guy, give us about 16, man, this team gonna take another quantum leap. We doing all this right now. We winning these games, and we pretty much only got one terrific game from JJ, a game at least close to his standard. He ain't even giving us 13 points. Like JJ been having single digit games, so I don't think this is gonna continue to go on. But it's just a slump, DJ. I don't think it's nothing the defenses are doing. I don't think he fell off a cliff and is it for him and his career is over. I don't see nothing telling me that. He's just taking shots and they're not falling right now, man. So he almost hit that one tonight. He almost had a 4-point play, and that shot looked like it's about to go in. So I don't know if that's a little sign of hope, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Just moving on to the next game with Indiana, bro, and hopefully get it together.
I mean, anybody could comment on it. Why is Stan Van Gundy only playing 3 players off the bench? You got Joshua with 25 minutes, 9 points. You got Jackson Hayes, 16 and 6. And he played Nico Miller. Hey, elaborate on that. But y'all think we gonna trade Nico Miller, bro?
Trade? What we gonna trade him for? Some firecrackers? Like, we don't think we get nothing for him at this point right now, DJ. We gotta let him get his stock up at least before we can hope to get something for him.
I mean, shit, it's going what, less than 10 points a game?
Less than
I
10
could do
points.
that.
He ain't scoring at all. I'm pretty sure all of us could get out there and not score no points because that's what Nico Miller been doing. He had 5 points probably one game out of the 5.
Nah, DC, bro. I'm at least scoring 10, at least.
You gonna at least score 10?
And the crazy part is, DC, the crazy part is he get the looks. He getting the looks. He just
bro, he's so scared. He passes up open shots.
I know, bro.
It's almost like it's a mind thing at this point, bro. A lot of these shots we didn't see this man hit. He passing them up. He was open. He missed the one in the corner, which I didn't think was a bad shot. He just missed it. He had another shot. He was wide open at the top of the key.
I don't know.
His back was turned.
Right.
And he turned around and he just hurried up and threw the ball. I'm like, dude, you wide open. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know what's going on, man.
It's a mental block right now going on with him, bro. But DJ, if you want us to trade him, bro, you gotta at least let the man score. You gotta let him have at least 2-3 high games or something, bro. We can't hope to trade him when he ain't got shit on the stat sheet, bro. But
well, look. I'll tell you what. We could get back Kendrick Williams for all that.
No, I don't want.
They come to hate. He come to hate.
Well, no, because when you Gabriel is Kenny Hustle times 10, bro. He gonna be a guy that's probably gonna wind up stealing the Millie minutes. The minutes Van Gundy keep trying to give the Millie. When Gabriel gets healthy, he's gonna be the guy that be the beneficiary of the minutes. Maybe that'll get Millie mind right, man. Maybe he just need to sit down for a while and digest all these changes in this the offensive scheme, the defensive scheme. Let's be real. Millie, he's old, and when you look at him, he don't look young. He's like 29, but he was a rookie last year. He was a 28-year-old rookie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we looking at this dude like he's supposed to be a professional and be able to do all this. That man really don't have a lot of experience in the NBA, bro. I mean, his situation, him and Jackson Hayes are basically in the same boat. So the same patience and stuff we have with Jackson Hayes, we kind of got to look at Millie in that same light. Even though he's 29, I mean, in NBA years, he ain't but a year old. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him a little bit of a break. But if we did want to trade him, we ain't getting nothing for him. Is there like a fifth round compensatory pick or something you get in the NBA?
Don't you
I don't
count
know,
on it.
man. I don't think we get nothing for him. What we gonna get? Cash consideration?
Oh,
I think
well,
did you
50
trade
bucks?
Hey,
Cash
no.
You
consideration?
trade him for 50 bucks?
No, I got one. I got one better. We gonna trade him for Ryan Anderson.
Ryan, oh Lord, come on, DJ. No. Ryan Anderson is cursed. Every time we get him and Paige Stoyakovich, them dudes stayed hurt more than they played, man.
Is he still
Uh,
playing?
I don't want the stigma of Ryan Anderson around him.
Is he still even playing?
Oh
He
no.
might be overseas somewhere. I don't know.
I don't
But
know about
He
that
might
one.
be in the free agent.
Van Gundy did go 10 deep
I wouldn't
tonight.
be, but I wouldn't be
He
mind if
tried
I
to
get
get
Nikolai
W somewhere.
Mirotic, DC. I wouldn't lie, but I would actually take
Nikolai Mirotic is over in Spain,
I
man.
would
That
actually
man
take
playing at
Mirotic right
home.
now. I would actually take a Mirotic right now. I really would. I would take a Nikolai Mirotic right now. But go ahead, bro. What you was gonna
He
say?
don't want to come back here. Q the man at home. The team in Spain that gave Nikolai Mirotic the bag. Q that man making some millions over there.
Oh, he making
So like,
NBA
what
money
he gonna
overseas. That's pretty good.
what he gonna want to come? He home. Like, what he gonna want to come back here for? We ain't got no money to give him for that little minimum contract we gonna try to offer.
That's true.
Man, that man ain't coming back over here. So that ain't happening. We got to work with what we got, man. We stuck with everybody until we decide what we gonna do to free up our cap hold, this cap situation we got ourselves in at the deadline. So I'm sure we probably gonna pull off a trade, obviously, at the deadline. I don't know who, man. I think it's a game of musical chairs right now
Yeah.
to see
Hey,
who we gonna move around.
Big Q, when is the trade deadline? Well, since the season started.
That's a good question, DJ. I actually don't know. But I know it's normally like February 18th, but with the way the season
Yeah,
is
it
this year,
changed. We covered that on the preview show. Hold on here.
I know we talked
Give me a
about it, but
second.
I forgot.
Right, give me a second. I'll pull that information up for you, bro.
But Stan Van Gundy, he used his best today. DJ, he can't beat him up too bad, bro. He went 10 deep. Just two of them guys. One got 4 minutes, the other got 7. I think NAW could have got some more minutes if he wouldn't have been jacking shots up out there. He couldn't run the offense, bro. He was taking shots. He ain't care. Like a couple of shots he was supposed to take, but some of them other ones he started letting go, bro. I think that's why Van Gundy took him out. He was playing pretty decent on defense and stuff.
March the
But, he
25th.
take too many shots.
March the 25th is the deadline. Trade deadline.
Okay.
Okay.
So they pushed it back a month.
So, bro, I want to see Carol Lewis Jr., Nikhil at the 2, maybe Josh at the 3, with William Gabriel at the 4, and Will Gardner Holmes, if I'm saying his name right, at the 5. That'll be my bench.
I mean, Jackson Hayes actually played pretty decent today, man.
Yeah, he did.
He actually showed some signs of hope. Jackson Hayes, I think, in the end, will be able to give you more than Willie, honestly. From the little peak I saw of him, I mean, he's not really athletic. I'm sure he has an offensive game. He looked like he got a decent post game, but he ain't gonna be no hell of a defender, and he ain't really that athletic to run the floor. So Willie to me is just like a guy in case somebody get hurt. He's like that third guy. But I think you're gonna have Jackson Hayes in that second unit, brother, whether you like it or not.
Okay, so what do we do with Sindarius Thornwell?
Sindarius Stonewall is a guy similar to Dominguez, except he's a little higher on the depth chart. Depending on the situation of the game and fouls and all of that type. Like if Josh Hart gets fouled out or in foul trouble, you're gonna see Sindarius Stonewall. Like he's the guy that is
Insurance.
basically a reserve
He
for
he he your
for
insurance. He's
that
your just in case player.
that small 4 and 5.
Right.
Yeah, what I call him, don't break the glass player.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a
Yeah.
Darius
Don't break
Stonewell,
don't
unless
break
we
the
have a blowout.
glass. Right. Break the glass just in case you need this. Break the glass. That's
You know,
that's
you
that's
been
what
in school,
Thornwell
DJ. You
is.
see that accent out? They had that accent.
Y'all,
You break the glass in case of emergency. That's what Thornwell is, bro. Him and Dominguez.
mhm. Well, y'all keep it easy. DC, bro, when I get my channel, up to a couple of followers, and get it like Big Q, with Brandon Ingram and all these pictures and all that. When I get my shit, you're gonna have to jump my shit, bro.
I'm gonna ask you, bro. No doubt.
All right. Appreciate you, DJ. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you for chiming in, bro, as always. Big ups to you, bro. Go Pels.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, DJ.
That's DJ chiming in, man. We got Brother Glennis coming up next and Cody. So we're going to get Glennis in here next. Glennis, welcome to the show, my friend.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing good,
What
my
up,
brother. How
brother?
you
What up?
doing?
What's up, Big Q? What's up, DC? How you guys doing?
Doing good, my
I'm
friend.
good,
Welcome to
man.
the live stream tonight, bro. Thank you for chiming in.
What's up, man? Yeah, man. I know that was a nice close game, but I think our team needed that. I think we needed
Yeah,
that. I think
I
we
agree.
needed a game like that, and we need more games like that because the playoffs is going to be similar to what we, you know, ran into tonight, and we need more games like that. I was very, very, very impressed with our team down the stretch, and you can see at like the 2 minute and the 1 minute mark how the way our defense picked up the tempo. We weren't doing that last year. We wasn't doing that last year. This team is playing hard for Van Gundy. They want to make the playoffs. They want to go deep in the playoffs. They want to make some noise in the West. I mean, I am so impressed. So impressed. Great game. Great win tonight. I was impressed with BI down the stretch. To be able to hit those 4 clutch free throws. And then he basically said the game was over. I don't know if you guys saw the video clip on like his last free throw. He said the game is over. He was telling one of the Raptor players that. That's confidence. I mean, that's true confidence, man. Like, I'm just so excited right now. I'll let you guys go ahead. I'll respond to what I just said.
Glennis, I love it, man, and I'm quite excited myself about it, bro. Sit up here 4-2, opportunity to go 5-2, bro. 3 more games on this home game stand before we do some ridiculousness and go off and play. I think it's like 6 games in a row, but at least we could kind of pad that win total up a bit before we jump on that road and do that West Coast thing. But man, let me tell you something. You're right. Bi and me and DC talked about this before the show. The confidence that BI is taking these shots, these superstar shots, I call them. These confident pull-up jumpers in the face of the defender, knocking them down, I mean, it's just watching this guy mature. And we all, you always heard about the budding commentaries. He's almost a superstar and all this, all-star, what have you. But you've seen this guy take that step, and the Pelicans seen it last year, him take that step into that level. And man, I love how he's playing all around, not just offensive. He can add to the defensive end, but I still like his effort there. But all that's going to eventually come. But I'm with you on that, Glennis. I'm really excited about the direction of the Pelicans as well, man. And this was a game we could have lost, but the Pelicans hung tough. They bed down, man. They bowled up and they said, nah, we ain't gonna let this go. And they won the contest. And and you're gonna get a few of these contests like this where you're gonna have to stay tough and bow up defensively. and make things happen. And the Pelicans did it tonight, man. And I'm very proud of them, bro. This young team is really, like I said, they're realizing it's manifesting in front of our eyes. Go ahead, DC.
Oh, most definitely, man. But the thing I'm most proud of, obviously them sticking it out down the stretch and making that leap in maturity. But
Yes, sir.
Bi is doing what he's doing, and the rest of the guys have acknowledged Bi as the number one guy. Like
Correct.
his teammates agree with him being in that position. And
Yep.
when you play sports and you're on a team, bro, it's important for everybody to know their role
That's
and
right.
know who's who and to have that pecking order. And last year we didn't have that. It was confusion between Bi and Drew and
Well,
Zion.
I 158
Nobody
to
just
clear that
know
up,
who
DC.
was who or what to do. Well, shit, Drew and Zoe couldn't figure out who was supposed to be running most of the point
They
guard
were
duties.
stepping on each other's feet. That's what was going on
Right.
because they was doing all that foolishness because they was trying to play it politically correct, trying to
And
protect
they didn't
Zion
want to
Williamson.
step on each other's feet. That was the
Uh-huh.
crazy thing.
I
They
know.
weren't intentionally doing that. They were trying not to step on each other's feet.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knowing who's who, who's the guy, and they agree with Bi taking those shots. Because
Yes,
to be honest, he's the number one guy on our team. If you got to take a tough shot, that you want taking that shot.
he's the
So
man.
when he takes a lot of shots, that a lot of times I feel like, man, they got somebody open. But he can make those shots, and his teammates know that, and they all got faith in him. And the game, like I said, the last game when he got ejected, that showed me everything I needed to know about how that team feel about Bi.
Yep.
When
They
Bi
was
got
pissed.
ejected, Lonzo got pissed off, man,
Yep.
and he started attacking the rack, trying to make something happen. All his teammates followed suit with that same energy when they put Bi. They was mad and they was hurt,
Yep.
and they balled out for him and blew the team out by 33 points.
Yep.
They wasn't gonna blow that team out by 33 points if Bi ain't get ejected. Let's just be real.
Yep.
That happened, and they turned it up to another level. They got a little emotional behind their guy, and they went out there and they won it for him, bro. So
Yes,
they're
sir.
building as a unit, and that's dope that you noticed that too, Glennis, because you definitely pointed that out, man. And that's facts, man.
Yep.
They
Yes,
building and they believe in their coach too. The coach is a part of the team. They're
yes.
a unit, man. And
Yeah,
if they
man.
build like you can't. Nobody, no outsiders could break that up when you build that like that. That's kind of how the Saints got their thing. It don't matter what nobody else say. It only matters what goes on in this locker room. And when your coach is telling you what to do and you believe in him, even if he give you a shitty play, it might work out just because you believe in it. So that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, and I know the last guy that was on, like he was talking about the bench rotation. But what you have to understand is that you don't want to rotate too many guys. Um, most most good playoff teams with great coaches, uh, they will probably have like an 8 to 9 man rotation, and I think that's the route we need to take. You don't need to rotate this guy, rotate that guy, because that sort of create confusion in the offense and defensively. Because basically certain players are adjusted to playing with this certain guy. So you don't want to mess up that you don't want to mess up or screw up that chemistry. So I like what Van Gundy's doing, and you can tell he has a lot of experience. When I'm watching the game, I can tell that he's not going to rotate this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. You want to keep it at around 8 to 9 men rotation. What do you guys
Right.
feel about that?
I
Yep.
definitely agree, man.
Yeah.
And when you look at all the teams that won a championship, with probably Golden State, maybe a little bit of an exception.
Yeah,
They probably had like a 10-man rotation. But for the majority, like you said, it was only really about 8 or 9 guys.
Right. I
But
like
more
that too.
important,
I like the 9-man rotation as well. Go ahead, DC.
more important than the rotation is the guys, the units, like
correct.
the
Mm-hmm.
rotations that you use to play together. I think that's even more so important than the guys that you just adding in. Because if they don't play good together and you rotating these guys in, like Lennox was saying about the chemistry, it's gonna look horrible. And I think Van Gundy's doing a good job of kind of figuring that out. Because I didn't agree with him. I was like, man, why when he takes Zion out and then he leaves Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Steven Adams in, And then when they need their breather, he sit all them guys at the same time. That's killing us. And boom, just like that, he stopped doing that. And you notice him switch that up a little bit. So I'm like, damn,
Correct.
Van Gundy is adapting. He's adjusting on the fly. Uh, what we usually used to is a guy like Alvin Gentry just had the same
14-man rotation.
all he'll do is like the same thing and it don't be working, and then you be like, damn, we need to change. And he'll change it up, but when he change it up to be like 10 times worse than what he was doing before, he'd be like,
You're
"All right, just
adjusting
go
the
back to what
wrong
you was
way.
doing. Just go back to
You're
what
adjusting
you
in
was
reverse.
doing." Right. And then like Leonard said, he throw 14 guys out there because people say he's not playing his bench. He do 8 guys one game, and then he do 14 the other game.
No stability. No consistency.
And they look just as bad, man. So Van Gundy's figuring out who to leave out there with who, and who to sub in with who. And I think he's doing a great job. Like tonight, the way he figured out last game that 4 guard lineup, man. He didn't want to run 4 guards, but he looked at his team, looked at his opponent, and figured out that that was the best formula for success when he has to go to his bench. And look what happened. And they did a similar thing tonight. And we didn't lose have a 12 to 15 point swing like when you do we try to play Millie and Hayes at the same time. That was murder.
All right, DC, you still there?
Yeah, the
There you
As
DC
long as
breaking
you
out.
got
You
Hayes,
still there? Yeah, I hear you, DC.
yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I guess my internet, man. But I was saying, just like Van Gundy figured out that 4 guard lineup, and that Josh
Correct.
Hart can kind of play like a power forward, and as long as you got Hayes or Zion or somebody out there with him, you can make that work. So it's definitely on the coach, bro, to figure out those rotations and to keep that chemistry going. And when it's working, you get production. I ain't gonna second guess it, even if it's 8 guys, 7 guys. Shit, if we won and it worked, we put up 120 and held them to 116. I can't be mad at it. I would love to see Kyra Lewis play, but
That's the
he's
guy I
gonna
want
have
to
his
see
time.
play. That's the guy I
He's gonna
want to
be
see
good,
get
bro.
more playing time because
He's gonna be good.
I saw a little bit of him in the Phoenix Suns and the Thunder and the Thunder game. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I like about this guy. I like how easy and relentless he's able to get to the paint. And he's very creative. He's very creative when he goes to the paint. I think this point guard needs to get more playing time. I really do like him a whole lot. So I'm waiting patiently for him to get more playing time. What do you guys think?
Matter of time, Glennis is coming. You're gonna get an opportunity to get out there and play because his skill set is very unique on this team.
Yeah, he's nice.
This is his speed is undeniable, and it's only a matter of time before you see Carol Lewis Jr. out there performing. I mean, me and DC kidded about this the last show, how he attacked the basket. I mean, he had like 7 attempts within 10 minutes.
Right.
Like on the garbage. He was that.
But there was good attempts.
I know he was right.
Good shots.
Right, and he would, but it's just
That's what I like about it.
right, and that's what he in this. It's only a matter of time before we see him there, and he's definitely a major component going in the future. But man, Kira is going to learn the game a lot. He's going to learn the game. You're going to see Stan bring him in. But my philosophy when I was looking, I was like, okay, we kind of slowly getting into the bench. You're seeing them using the Nico Melees. You're seeing them in the garbage time. He employed the resources of DJ's favorite player on the team, which is Sedarius Thornwell. And of course,
DJ love him some Sedarius Thornwell.
He loved Thornwell, man. And so, I mean, Thornwell, Nico Melly, then you see Hernan Gomez in garbage time minutes. You see Kira there. But Kira is definitely going to get some more time, man. It's just undeniable, the talent. I think Stan Van, and we talked about this before, is kind of cushioning himself right here. We getting these wins, and slowly but surely going to start seeing these guys get an opportunity to get more and more minutes on the back of this thing. You got to slide them minutes in there because you're going to need the production of these young, talented players down the line. It's a long season.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, I think with Kiera, man, they kind of letting him develop the right way, And
Yeah.
Stan Van Gundy, one thing that I noticed about him, if you don't understand, like the concept of things
He
and
gonna
you
sit
can't
your
play
ass down.
top-notch defense, he's gonna sit you down, bro.
Right.
So
Right.
Kiera, as rookies, most rookies, man, they have a hard time figuring out the defensive rotations. I mean, we see this all the time. So I don't expect Kiera to get a lot of minutes in the first half of the
Right.
season. And I
Right.
remember we talked about this during the
Right.
draft.
That's coming
Like,
down the
but the
line.
second half of the season, though, like, after the trade deadline, because we might offload somebody. We got a lot of money tied up in this
Oh yeah,
team.
we're gonna make a trade.
It ain't gonna
We're
stay
gonna
like
have
this.
to make a trade. We're gonna have to make a trade. I see us needing another. I think we need like another 3-man, and we need like a. I guess we need like another. What can I say? We need like another power forward. Badly. I know we got the other guy on the bench, but I think we need like another power forward. That's going to be able to play center plus power forward. You know,
Yeah.
Especially when Zion goes to the bench. So like for instance, instead of us using that small lineup, we can actually have an actual power forward that can come in the game and play with Adams or Hayes. I think we need that badly. We need the 3-man.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That
we
can help
got.
BI out a little bit. Like,
I think we got that forward in William Gabriel. He's kind of a guy that he can defend threes, and I mean it really doesn't matter how
what
his
about the
offensive
3-man
game
spot?
is.
I think we need like another 3-man.
That's what I'm saying. William Gabriel's like a utility guy, like kind of
Okay, all right,
how we use Josh
cool,
Hart.
understandable.
Josh Hart can play 1 through 4. William Gabriel can kind of play. He's a 4, but he
Yeah.
can play up to center or he can
Yep.
play down to
Three,
small
three,
forward.
3 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So you
My
got
mistake.
him.
I didn't know that. My mistake.
But yeah, I mean that's what we're missing right
Yeah.
now. Just looking at the game,
Yeah.
we got to see how he blends with this team. But that's what I've seen him doing with Portland and that little short time he had with the Kings too. But
Yeah.
I think we need another shooter.
Yeah,
If
we
we
do.
get rid
Yeah,
of,
we
we
do.
get rid of a point guard, and if Kiera is a facilitator, and we wind up getting rid of Ball or Bledsoe, even though the way they're playing right now, if they continue to play like that, we might want to hold on to both of them if we can.
Yeah.
But if we get rid of anything, I think we need to add another shooter with that bench unit, man. JJ still can be here, but we still need another
Maybe we need to
shooter.
trade JJ.
I mean, if
Because
JJ don't want to leave, I don't trade
I see
JJ. But if
JJ
JJ
more
want to leave, I get rid of him.
because I see JJ more focused on his podcast and actually becoming a commentator. I mean, like it's not wrong with that now. I mean, shoot. I mean, it's not wrong with preparing for the future, but I'm just saying, I mean, like you got to pick one of them. I mean, you either going to pick basketball or you're gonna focus on your future after you retire. I mean, you got to pick one of them. I mean, so I think he's more focused on that than basketball. How do you guys feel about that?
Q, what you call him? Chatty Patty, huh?
Yeah,
Chad.
Patty.
That's what he is, bro. Boy, he can talk it. He can talk it. And then the cool part about it is JJ be cussing his tail off, man. All at the press
Yeah,
conference.
Oh, and
he does,
they
man.
up when he
He
comes
cussed in
too,
the press
brother.
conference.
Trick me out, man.
He cussed in the
I
press
don't,
conference.
I don't have no problem with him cursing, and I actually think some of the stuff he says is funny. It just
Yeah.
trips me out how biased, like the media can be or the NBA or whatever. He does it and it's funny, but let Brandon Ingram or
They shoot him up.
Zion or somebody do that
They
shit.
shoot them guys up.
Oh man, they gonna say he the worst. That is so classless. This is he has no taste. And I'm like, what the heck? Why how come JJ could do it? It ain't no problem. That's
Right about
crazy.
that.
Man.
No,
Right
but
about that.
DC, consider this. DJ saying that we have Najee Marshall.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Yeah. Najee Marshall's. I mean, he's a good player. He's a rookie though, man. So I mean, you know how that go, bro.
Yeah,
Most
they ain't gonna play
coaches
no
like Van
rookies.
Gundy, they ain't giving
Van
no
Gundy,
rookies
yeah.
running like that, man. You gotta
Not gonna
be
play the rookies
you
that
gotta
much.
be exceptional just to get 10 minutes.
Yeah,
As a rookie, a lot of times you got to be a damn superstar if you're talking about getting in the starting lineup as a rookie
correct.
with a coach like Van Gundy. So I don't plan
Van
on
Gundy
seeing
is
him
old
doing
school,
motion too
man.
much.
Van
Yeah.
Gundy is old school.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Van Gundy is definitely old school. But like I said, I would love to see what's his name? What's the point guard? What's the new
Kira Lewis
yeah,
Jr.
I see talent.
Yeah.
I saw him when I saw him in the Phoenix Suns game. I know it was garbage time, but he looks good.
Yeah, he do.
Like the defenders couldn't stay in front of him.
And he's
Yeah.
He's
smart too.
fast. He's quick.
Yep. Yep. He's fearless too, man. He attacks the cup too.
And he's fearless.
Against those big guys, he went up against them. He got a shot block going up against him, but he got heart, man. He'll take it down there and to the cup and try to score it if he can. So I mean, I like Kira. I was able to do some looking at him statistically over his college film and what he's been doing. But and I agree. I think a lot of the young talent that we have, Najee Marshall on tape for what he was doing, could be a major plus for the Pelicans. But like we're saying, these guys are, they don't know the scheme yet. They just really, at this point, Van Gundy seeing them more as a minus, I guess, not as a plus. You look at a guy like Nico Melli. Nico Melli, like if DC called out, we need another shooter. If Nico Melli hit his goddamn shots, you wouldn't be saying that. I mean,
He has no confidence. His confidence is shot.
That's the thing, and that's a major.
Don't work for no shooter.
Yeah, right. And see, that's the thing. He's getting the open looks. He's not knocking the shots down. You talk about Wenyen Gabriel. Wenyen Gabriel is he's banged up right now. Eventually, he will get an opportunity to play. But no doubt about it, in my opinion, Pelicans definitely looking down the line. But man, being that the Pelicans are winning these contests, DC, and we losing, like you guys are mentioning, the 8 and 4 man rotations, and of course digging in there a little bit. But man, it's just a work in progress, And I think Kira, I want to see Kira too. I want to see a little bit. I see what they're trying to do with Jackson. I mean, with Jackson, he's developing NAW. When those guys come online, bro.
NAW is the man.
Bro,
I don't care what nobody says.
When them dudes come online, bro, those guys are gonna be major help for the Pelicans down the stretch because NAW can play a multitude of positions. DC,
yes, 6'7", man.
He's talented, and you see where his offensive mind. He's an effort guy. He can work on his defense a bit, but still so very young. Same with Jackson Hayes, man. When those guys finally get it, you're gonna see just things just take off. And imagine you got Kira, you got Jackson, you have NAW, and then you put a few pieces here or there off that bench, JJ, Josh, and everything else. Pelicans ascending, man. So I'm saying we're very dangerous. And still don't have it totally, but we still are able to win these contests. I'm really happy and proud of this team. I tell you what. And I'm really, just like DJ's big on Thornwell and Najee Marshall, and he should be. Those are pretty good players at that level.
I like Najee Marshall, man. Najee Marshall is a real good prospect. I think he got a lot of potential.
Look, DC got the size, 6'7", 6'8" around there, attacks the cup. Right, got that fearless mentality, a guy that can do it on the offense and defensive end. So I like what he brings to the table. It's just a matter of, I think Stan Van is a smart coach, and he's going to play the guys he feel comfortable with. He's going to build up that win total a little bit more so, and then later on you're going to start seeing guys get more minutes like what Glennis wants with Kara and NAW and all these other guys. You're going to see these guys slowly come along in there. But listen, the Pelicans, man, listen. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now, fam. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm loving it. I'm like McDonald's around this piece. I'm loving it. I'm loving what the hell going on. I'm telling you, man, because listen, remember last year and the years prior to that, what you had to deal with. You had winnable games that you would lose because you would allow teams to create and on the back end catch fire on your ass later in the games and take the game away from you. Then you'll get to the line.
That's exactly what happened, Q. Then you would have a lot of games, man. I mean, the Pelicans be looking awesome, right? You're like, man, damn, this team got something. We got some players. And then you get into about that 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter, bro, and it just start to fall apart. When the game kind of shrink up and they give you like a little sample of playoff basketball when them guys they ain't giving you nothing easy. You ain't about to come in here dunking right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
you know why that happened, right? You know why that happened, right?
Why,
the reason why last year in the fourth quarter, why that happened is because they didn't have any identity going into the fourth quarter. They didn't have any structure. Understand? When you're going into
Absolutely.
fourth quarter, and I'm talking about clutch plays. I'm talking about down the stretch, 2 minutes on the time clock. On the game clock. That ball need to be in one person's hand. And you saw it at the night. Jeff Van Gundy got the ball to BI, gave him space. He slashed to the paint, got fouled, go to the free throw line, did the same thing again. That's what we were missing last year. We had too many players wanting to,
Be the
wanted
man.
to be a hero.
Yep.
And when you have that, I mean, all you can look for is straight catastrophe, and that's what happened last year.
They had
Excellent.
that in
Well
an
said.
instance last year a little bit. Gentry would do it with the wrong guy, in my opinion. He was doing it with Drew Holiday. Like, I don't know why we spreading the flow out, let Drew Holiday go, and Drew Holiday gonna go his ass up there. You know you're gonna miss one of the damn free throws with the game on the line. I'm like, why are we? I don't know. No, don't foul Drew right now. No, I know he's 70% shooter, but shit, I don't want him to be the first option. Like, come on,
85, 87% free throw shooter up there.
Right. And that's what BI was, and Gentry never adapted to understand that. But another reason, too, I mean, you're right with what you said, but I noticed when those possessions got tight, before it's even that last 2 minutes, just when they stopped giving you the easy stuff, we had no, like, bread and butter. We had, you know how you have those plays, you might have like 3 plays, and you just practice them to eternity. And you know them 3 plays. Like, you know them 3 plays in your damn sleep. You know all the nuances. We ain't had none of that. All of our stuff was like free flowing. So it's like, if it really gets hard and you have to force a shot or dictate to your opponent, the Pelicans couldn't do it, bro. They couldn't do it. If it wasn't wide open or something easy or just you running around doing that old free flowing ass offense we had with Gentry, 10 seconds or less and all of that. When the game slowed down, we had nothing in the half court, bro.
You know why? Because Gentry, he's never been a half court, slow the game type of guy. He's always been quick, fast, shoot. Don't run the shot clock out. That's the type, style offense that he always ran. Even when he was with Phoenix Suns as assistant coach under Mac D'Antoni.
Right.
That's where he learned it from. Problem is it's an unbalanced scheme. You can't just run your players to death. You also have to teach them how to play defense. And then of course the team took on the identity of the coach. And Elvin Gentry is a bit of sloppiness, you know what I'm saying? Very undisciplined, sloppy, and that's how the team looked. Some days they would go out there and put up 130-something odd points. And then, but the cold part about it is teams that would average 101 points per contest were putting up 125 points on the Pelicans. I'm like, how a team that's averaging 101 is scoring 120 points? Because of walk-up lips. Some guys tired. And he fussing with red eyes.
Alvin Gentry, bro. In my opinion, he said, yeah, we could get the pace all the way up if I just give guys open shots and let them walk up.
What madness. What madness. It was intense.
He said we can get the pace up.
It's just that you know what? And I remember him commentating on games, breaking it down. We played that on the previous show before the hiring about Stan Van Gundy. Thoughts on what's going on. He had the science, man, and he had the answer how to fix it. And what he did was he basically brought us back to a more, I want to say, more disciplined approach with what Monty Williams was trying to get the Pelicans to do many years ago, which was play defense and get offense off of defense. That was the mentality that Monty was instilling in the young Pelicans when he had Chris Paul and then back in the day before that moron Dale Demps ran him out the door. before he ran him out the door. And this so happens that you ran up against Monty Williams a few nights ago, and he ran you underneath the train. So I mean,
right.
I know he was happy.
That was definitely a venge game right there to beat the Pelicans. And of course, Chris Paul would say, "Let me get on this too. Let me get on in this with this. That I used to play for them too. Let me run them up under the table too." So and that's what happened. So I mean, Stan Van knows where the strength of this. Like I kept saying, this team is gifted offensively. That side of it will flow like it's supposed to organically. The defensive side is the issue. And of course, the fundamental things like keeping the turnovers down to single digits as low as you possibly can and hitting a higher clip of your free throws. You will win a lot of games in this NBA if you can be able to convert a lot of those free throw attempts into points. You will beat a lot of teams during the season by doing that. And years on years, we lost a lot of games because we could not convert free throws, and then we were mistake prone. We were beating ourselves in the last few minutes of the game because we didn't have the proper scheme, and teams knew that we unbalanced. Gentry would go into adjustments that didn't work. He'll be half drunk half the time. I ain't gonna get into all that, but the reality at the end of the day is that I'm glad his ass is up out of here, and I'm happy the Pelicans is 4-2 moving forward. Glennis, I'm gonna give you the floor for your final point. My friend, we're gonna bring Code in. He got him waiting.
Okay, my final point is I would love to see the shooting coaches work a little bit more with Jackson Hayes, because I saw, I think it was our second or third game. I saw him shot. I think he shot 2 17-footers, and his form looks good. I think we need to work on Jackson Hayes a little bit, man. I mean, I think Jackson Hayes has the ability to be a good ball player. I think we need to work on him a little bit, man. What you guys think?
I mean, I think he's clay right now. So, I saw him take those shots. I know one of them. His form don't look bad, but I think he airballed or bricked one of them. I remember shots he was talking about. I seen him take shots like that.
His form looks good.
Nah, his form not bad. I mean, they say free throw shooting is an indication of somebody who probably has that ability, and he was 4 for 4 tonight. So, but my thing with him is he needs to figure out the defensive side and worry about getting bigger and buffing up. Then he can go to that. The same transformation we saw with Andy Davis. Andy Davis figured out how to dominate on the defensive end, figured out how to rebound, and then he figured a post game. And then once he got a post game, then we started seeing him boom. He started hitting them jumpers, and that's the steps that I see. The same thing for Jackson Hayes. Even if I don't see him being the next Andy Davis, but he needs to get his rebounding, because that's the most important thing we need from him. Rebounding and his defensive ability. Not necessarily to be an anchor, but maybe just like a help side guy could get blocks, be in the right position. So
make the correct rotations.
Once he figure those two things out, he needs to get a post move. Give him a post move.
Hook
After
shot.
you get a post move, then we could go to that jump.
Yeah, he need a go-to move.
Right.
They need to work on.
Got to be in that order, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I mean, we can't allow this 7-foot young dude to go to waste. I mean, we got to do something. I mean, we gotta get him focused. I really think he can be a 12 point and 11 rebound, 2.2 block kind of center.
I think some of that's on our point guards too, man. They got to figure out a little rim running formula or how to get these fast breaks up and get him involved when he's in the game and we have a fast break going, because that should be easy buckets, man, or automatic foul. So
Correct.
They need to get that together and keep the game simple for him right now, man, because it's obvious things be a little too complex for him right now. And I don't want him to start thinking about shooting threes. he ain't got the fundamentals figured out,
But I'm gonna go ahead and go, guys. It was nice speaking to you guys. Great win. Hopefully we can pull out a win on Monday against the Pacers. I mean, that's a game we have to win. I think that's a game we need to win. We need to put ourselves with a 3-game advantage. So I think we need to win this game coming Monday against the Pacers.
No doubt, no doubt. Glad to have you too, Glennis. Go
All right, no
Pels,
problem.
man. Flock them
All
up, you
right,
heard me? Flock
forever.
all
You
of
know
them up.
that forever.
Thank you, Glennis.
Word.
Appreciate you,
All
bro.
right.
Peace.
See you guys later. Bye.
All right, Glennis, good call, man. Appreciate Glennis chiming in there.
I
Glennis,
like what Glennis
yeah,
calling in,
Glennis
man.
always drops
He
some
always
great
got some
points
good
in there.
insight.
All right, Glennis, drop where you chiming in from, bro. What part of the country you chiming in from as well? Thank you, bro. All right, Cody, we're gonna bring Cody in the show. Cody, welcome to the show, my friend. Appreciate you being patient. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, no problem. What's going on, Big QDC, man? Good to talk to y'all.
Same to you, my
What's
brother.
good,
Appreciate
brother?
you, man.
All right. All right. I'm go off on YouTube, man. I've been listening to y'all for a while, man, since the days of Alvin Gentry when the post games was lit, man. Hey, I came across your channel, bro. Like, I was so mad at this guy after a game. I was like, somebody in Pelican media gotta be seeing this as the coach. But nobody, they would skate around it. Well, it's not all on Gentry. It's not this. It's not that.
Bullshit.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. When I came across y'all, boy, I said I found it. But man, I just wanted to say that, bro. Y'all keep up the grind, man. The show came a long, long way, man.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate
Appreciate you.
you, brother.
Thank you, Cody.
All right,
Appreciate you, bro.
but I just wanted to see, man, what's your thoughts on what we could do to make the defense a little better, man? Because we all seeing it, but what y'all think it is? The open threes we giving up, or like rotate? Like what y'all think it is?
I think it's the bench rotation. Like watching these 5 games, the more we figure out some type of stability with our front court and how we decide to do that. I saw them implement the 4 guard lineup, which
Mm-hmm.
that worked, and it can get us some wins, but obviously that's not gonna work against everybody. But Wenyen Gabriel to me is a big key, and I'm gonna keep throwing his name out there and saying that because if
Right.
he is what I think he is, when he come out and our defense go to another level, I won't be the one who said it first. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a guy that is the exact missing piece that we have. You can basically use Melly when he's hot, but if Melly ain't got it going, you know what I'm saying? You got a
Pull them
guy
out of
that you
there.
could plug in right there, and you don't have
Right.
to overuse. Uh, uh, what's my man, Josh Hart? You don't
Right.
have to play Josh Hart like he a starter, basically, and he's off the bench. So I think Wenyen Gabriel is the key, and he's that missing hole where you can have like that wing that we talking about, but still also have a backup power forward and somebody that with certain matchups you can even slide to center because he did all of this with the Blazers. You know what I'm
True.
saying? We seen him give Anthony Davis trouble in the bubble. Obviously, he ain't gonna shut him down, but just the
Right.
fact that that young guy is able to give AD problems, man, that's something. And with Van Gundy's system, the way he operates it, man, and all you got to do is be in the right place and be smart with your rotations because everybody's helping everybody. Is where you got to be real vocal and rotate to the right guy on your closeouts, and they're gonna pack the paint. So unless you got a team that's shooting 40% from the 3-point line, your odds of beating us is small. If we
That's
can
true.
just keep all of that effective the way it's designed. And I think they got what they need, man. Jackson Hayes taking the lead too would also be the other thing.
Oh, in a matter of time, my friend Cody, I think looking at the defense, you see it incrementally getting better. You see a few breakdowns here or there, but I attribute a lot of that to learning pains, bro, growing pains, as it were, because Jackson Hayes, like when we astutely talk about the impact of Steven Adams, and it's almost like they let the air out of their tires when Steven Adams goes to the bench and then you see all these guys start getting layups, in the paint. And Jackson has to get better at that. He has to know how to have that help side defense. He got to know how to switch. He has to know to put himself in position to make these stops when he needs to. And I think he'll eventually learn that. He's going to get better as they go. They're consistently trying to give him minutes each game to try to get along. He's a major part of the bench as far as the big
Yeah.
guy, the first big guy off the bench for Steven. And also the connection between him working with a guy like Steven Adams will improve his game as well. And Steven Adams is the type of dude a lot of people like because he's a open book and he loves working with guys, and it's like some of his relationships in OKC with some of the bigs that was out there. Talk about how Steven Adams helped him to see the game, his ferocity and his work ethic. He's good at sharing that with players. And Jackson Hayes is going to learn that. That's a big caveat to this. And of course, DC talked about Wenyen Gabriel. Wenyen Gabriel is, and a lot of people probably don't know who this guy is, and they think that me and DC blowing smoke about Wenyen Gabriel. We are not blowing smoke about Wenyen Gabriel. If you don't know who he is, feel free to go look up some film on the guy. What's going to pop out from you about Wenyen Gabriel first is not his offensive game, and he does have an offensive game, but it's his defense, his intensity. You think you like Steven Adams' intensity and ferocity? This kid plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's the type of player that dive on the floor for the ball, that will play multiple positions. He's an effort. You never have to worry about him coming out there with garbage time, shitty effort. That's what kind of dude Wenyen Gabriel is. He's a intense effort guy. That's whatever you want me to do, I'm going to go out there and do it 110%. He can play the 3, the 4, and the 5. He developed a shot as well. He is a really good piece to the bench that we are missing right now from our bigs. And we're missing him right now because obviously Nico Melli is not knocking down the shots. If Nico Melli's locking down some of those open shots that he's getting, then that'll help us call it a bit. But Wenyen Gabriel is terrific. And people saying, well, Q, I don't know about that. Let me tell you something. You don't know, but I know. I know who the hell Wenyen Gabriel is. He gonna bring that effort that we are missing in terms of the bigs off the bench. This kid is it. I'm telling you, he's gonna really help out. And you said it yourself, Cody, and DC mentioned it as well, is the fact that when you roll out these rotations, Wenyen Gabriel can also be in a rotation where he can get in there off the bench into the lineup and play that 5 or that 4, or they can have a package where you can have Zion who can, Wenyen can play 5 or Speedy, well, Zion at 4, or they could put Wenyen at 4, Jackson at 5, and then move Zion to 3. So, I mean, they got this allows a lot of flexibility and versatility in the lineup and him being out. But wait till he gets back, man. Y'all going to see what we've been talking about with Wenyen Gabriel. He is that hustle player that we, that true down south hustling player type dude that we missing from, and he gonna make it happen. Watch, you gonna see. But go ahead, Cody. I'm not gonna hog up your time, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. I watched him in the bubble, man, and y'all right. He did play stellar defense on AD, man, and I was surprised because I hadn't watched the Trailblazers that much, but I see everything y'all talking about. Only one other thing I wanted to say, man. I'm watching the game and I'm looking at Lonzo with the starting 5. And it's like, coming down off the rebound, he's not really pushing the pace like he does with the second unit. So should Lonzo get more minutes with the second unit? Because you start seeing lobs with Zion and different kind of things you don't see with the starting 5. So what's y'all take on that?
I definitely thought that as well. Like I was thinking, because I know I talked about Steven Adams and Lonzo and Brandon Ingram coming out and sitting on the bench at the same time. I didn't like that. And I was thinking that maybe Lonzo should come out with Zion. When they sit Zion down, maybe sit Lonzo down. So when they take Brandon Ingram out, they can put him back out there with Zion. And I still think that's a good idea. But I can tell you this. If Bledsoe keeps playing like how he played tonight, it won't matter. All you got to do is stagger Bledsoe and Lonzo's minutes. Whenever Lonzo's not on the court, Bledsoe's on the court. And you set it up to where they can close out the end of the game together, which would be probably mixing in a bit of NAW. And you can set it up to where those two guys can close out together with Zion. But I think that's all they really need to do, because once Bledsoe figures out what Zion likes the ball, and I think we can get the same effect. Honestly, but
he got it with Steven Adams tonight on that lob.
Right. But as far as pushing the pace, Lonzo just needs to be more assertive in doing that when he's out there. I don't know if it's, and I really don't think it's by design. The more I'm watching, he defers, in my opinion, a little too much.
That's just his nature, though. That's his facilitating nature. He's been doing that for.
No, Q. Listen. I'm not talking about him being a facilitator. I'm
Right.
talking about he's throwing the ball up to Brandon Ingram and nothing ain't set yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's this is your time right here. Bring the ball up.
Correct.
Figure out if we need to push it. Figure out if we need to get in the set. Get me set up, then throw me the ball. He just throws it to Ingram, and I understand what he's doing because he does it with other players, and they give him the ball back. Like Lonzo will throw the ball up, he'll run up, he'll get in position, and he's looking for the ball to keep moving, and it's gonna come back to him. But Brandon Ingram, when he get the ball, it kind of has a tendency to stick to him
yeah,
sometimes.
it stops.
Brandon Ingram ain't about to get a hockey assist.
Right. He ain't
Brandon
gonna.
Ingram is gonna get the assist, or it's gonna be the shot.
DC, you're right. Yep.
You know
You
what I'm saying?
listen. You're absolutely right. It does stick to him, especially when it's late in the clock. He's very clock aware
Well, it's
about.
supposed to stick to him late in the
Right,
clock,
because he's
but early in the clock, not so much.
no, because it's supposed to move around a bit to get a better shot. But if it comes around him
Right.
late in the shot, he's the closer. He's gonna put it out, and plus on top of that, that 158 makes that a reason why he's supposed to do that. But go ahead, my friend.
No, but Q, check it out though. So look, all right, Steven Adams grab a board, Lonzo right next to him. Now you can still push the pace because Zion running down court. He slow down, give the ball to BI at half court.
Mm-hmm.
Now that fast
Right.
break opportunity is dead. That's the type of
I got
scenarios
you.
I'm talking
I
about.
got you.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
One other thing I could say about Lonzo, what I noticed and I could tell is what I was telling Q, and he was like, "Man, what you mean? That's not a bad thing." I told you he listens to the coach too much.
Yeah.
Lonzo is doing everything to the T like they're telling him to do it. I'm just being real with you. That's what he's doing. But
You saying be a
when you
little bit
want to
of
make that next leap, sometimes you got to break or bend a few rules. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely trying his best to not make mistakes. That's what I see. So a lot of that, he's been doing that, throwing ball to Brandon Ingram like that. But he goes through spells where he'll wave Brandon Ingram off. He'll wave everybody off. He running down court and he either taking the shot or he about to dish it to somebody, and he's kind of setting the team up on a break. We ain't been seeing that a lot.
No,
It's
that's
coming.
what I'm speaking about. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's by design because I think, like I was telling Big Q, I made a joke. Stan Van Gundy know they like to run, and he punishing them by not letting them run because they turned the ball over 27 times. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
And it's a joke, but I think it's a little truth to it.
No, it's definitely
Stan
truth
Van
to
Gundy,
that. That's why it's
he's
funny.
slowing the pace down on purpose.
But look how that changed
to not have
Zion
them
game
turn the
though.
ball over.
I think that take away some of Zion game, man. Like, going on the block, man, some of them takes look bad. He really don't have no handle because he lose the ball a lot. So I don't know, unless he catch the defense kind of lacking, he just not having the same impact. Then you look at the score, it's like, damn, Zion got 21. When did that happen?
Yeah, sneak up on you. Hustle.
They've been double teaming Zion. Zion wasn't getting double teams last year, so they respect him a lot more. So every player, man, you always hear it in the NFL. You hear it all the time. We always talk about a sophomore slump. That's why the defenses start
they clamp down on you
and plan to stop you. So it'll be a little period of time where their stats go down, they field goal percentage and all that go out. They got to figure that out.
Right.
And Zion's just going through that same process.
Pass out of it. Didn't we talk about that though? When with Zion Williamson not forcing the offense when it's not there, finding guys for easier shots.
Tonight, man.
Right.
He had three turnovers,
but we talked.
A lot of them was fouls, honestly.
Right.
When he turned them over.
But see, that's a major part of his game that we knew was going to happen because Zion Williamson is not going to be, but is going to be the type of guy that can get at least 10 opportunities at the free throw line every night because of how his style play. Right, and that's going to be a mainstay, DC, for the duration of the season. Another thing is when they're
for the duration of his career.
Well, I'm from a local standpoint, from a current standpoint right now.
But with us for his career, Q. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, bro, I'm just saying right now for the summation of the year is all I'm talking about right now. We'll get to the rest of the career, when they get here. But the thing that what I'm talking about insofar is knowing how, like you talk about the defensive, finally having the ability to study what Zion doing, and then they're clamping down on him. The thing that Zion does that he's really good at is finding guys open. He gets rid of the ball, passes it to the open guy for an easier shot than what he's attempted. So I think that's a major part of the game that can make the Pelicans can make their opponents pay. When Zion gets the 2 or 3 or whomever clamping, he finds that open guy for that easier shot, that 3-point shot from JJ or Lonzo or whomever that can knock that down for. So he's a really smart guy, and I just want Zion to keep doing what he's doing, and then improve upon hitting those free throws, because that's easy money for the Pelicans.
Correct.
Very easy money in the paint. Go ahead, Cody.
No, I was just saying correct, man. You're right about that. Before I let y'all go, man, we got to talk about No, man. I mean, I think No would play much better if he had a solidified role coming off the bench, because it seemed like he trigger happy because he don't know when he going to get in again.
That ain't going to help your chances getting back in, though, Cody. If you trigger happy and you shooting the ball like that, the coach, that's what you know what, DC, remember, that's what even Gentry was set in their W. Even Gentry was the one that promoted that. He was like, go on out there and shoot the ball. I'm not going to be mad at you.
Guy, man, remember when Noah came in? I remember the first game Noah played. He came in and he played against the Raptors. So you know he from Canada. That dude was out. He was out there for probably about 10 minutes, bro. Noah had got about 8 or 9 shots. I said, good God.
You want to talk about a volume shooter?
Good God.
But y'all can't tell me y'all not happy when he on the court. He play with effort. He try to defend. He gets steals.
This is the thing. I'm happy when he's on the court, but I think the reason he's not on the court and he doesn't understand is that effort and that energy he has to direct all of that on the defensive end, which he's doing now.
Yeah.
You got to have that intensity really on the defensive end, and then you take your shot when you're open. You know what I'm saying? He'll do that, and when he hit a shot, oh man, sometimes like hitting a shot for him is like snorting a line of cocaine, bro. He hit that shot, and he's like, oh, he take another one. You know what I'm saying? He don't let the game come to him, and he kind of figuring that out. As soon as he start letting the game come to him and just being patient like he was the first time when Van Gundy gave him minutes, he didn't want to mess up. You know what I'm saying? He took his time and he played good. Did it again the next game. He played good. When they gave him them trash minutes at the end of the other game, he was like,
oh, he was on.
B.I. ain't out here? Zion there? Oh, it's my time.
He was on,
He started shooting all them shots. He wasn't making all of them when he shoot like that. But when he be patient, he take his time, he do the right thing. More times than not, he make his shots when he make the right play. But he just got to figure out that line of, like, not trying to play hero ball, playing inside of the offense, but still having his confidence and aggressiveness that he got. He figuring it out, bro. So if he don't figure it out, if he doing bad, he gonna know because his minutes gonna go down like tonight.
Yeah, true. Well, shit, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all. That's what I wanted to say and ask y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you, Cody. Appreciate you listening, bro. Thank you for joining us, my man. Great commentary as well from you. Where you chiming in from, Cody?
Oh, I'm right there in Lafayette, man.
Oh, okay, all right. It ain't too far away. All right, my brother.
Nah.
Well,
all right.
I appreciate you for chiming in, and go Pels to you, my brother. We see you on the next one.
Who that?
That's
don't
brother.
Get flocked up. You heard me?
Yeah, DC, that's pretty funny, man. Did you come up with that one?
Huh?
Did you come up with that one? Don't get flocked up.
Man, that's the Pelicans, bro. That's like saying who that, man? The Pelicans fans made that up, bro. We be in the stands at the game. That's what we be saying. Don't get flocked up. You hear me?
All right. Well, man, listen.
We got the copyrights to that. That's Pelicans Nation, dog.
Hey, I love it, bro. But listen, fam, I'd like to thank all the fantastic callers that chimed in tonight. Great commentary, man, from you guys. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Pelicans, man, 4-2. We take down the Toronto Raptors. That's 2 on the season, family. I mean, we done got them up out of here. We don't have to see them no more. Played them twice. Swept their ass up out of here. Broke out the brooms early this year on the Toronto Raptors ass. 120-116 Pelicans, 4-2. They're number 1 in the Southwest Division, number 2 in the Western Conference. altogether, and number 3 in the NBA rankings. Correct that, DC? I think number 3 or 4. Is it 3 or 4?
We number 3 in the whole NBA, Big Q.
Number 3. How about that? That is a great way to start the year off. 3 more home games.
Well, I'm glad we ain't got to see Toronto ass no more. Though.
No more. Over with. It's done with. 3 more games at home that we have before we go on a six game or 7, whatever the hell it is. Some stupid a road record they got set up. Poor ridiculousness. But at the end of the day, man, the Pelicans feeling good. We'll be back Monday night for the Pelican post-game report for another victorious game over the Indiana Pacers. We're going to give them a flat tire or 2. And they're gonna run it to the tires, and then we're gonna get this here thing. So we're gonna show them how we play basketball down in the Big Easy. So once again, I thank all you guys for chiming in. Much love to all the family members on the Pelican chat. Please hit upon the like button if you aren't a subscriber. Smash upon and join the realest show talking about the Pelicans in this piece, the Pelican Post Game Report. So for me and DC, my friend, once again, another fantastic show from you. Appreciate you once again for another great commentary.
Too, man.
And we're going to be back on the other side Monday. We'll return for the Pelicans win over the Pacers. Also, just to let the family members know, for the Saints family members in the building to join us for Saints Central on the Sports Coma channel on YouTube tomorrow. 8 hours of content. We have the 2-hour pregame before the game starts, the in-game stream. So it's the pregame, the in-game, and post-game. 8 hours of Saints information, entertaining is going on down. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting game, ball, with the entire running back room out this piece. We'll be here tomorrow to watch it. So thank you guys for chiming in. Much love to you from us here at the Pelican Post Game Report, and we'll see you later as well. So peace out and peace. Go Pels! Family, check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and who that to.